of the Epstein files. Congressman, thanks for taking the time. Let's start with the news of the day. Ghislaine Maxwell expected to meet with DOJ officials. Ahead of that, expected testimony to the House Oversight Committee next month. Can her testimony, can her interviews and answers be trusted? And do you trust Trump's DOJ and the GOP-controlled House to conduct these interviews?
Well, I don't, and I think a growing number of Americans don't trust it either. I mean, they're in a full-blown, cover-up here, and it's becoming a little bit more clear why they're covering all of this up and withholding the files they said that they were going to release, in part because he's clearly in them, and I suspect that other people that he knows are in them, and that goes from the cover-up piece to the corruption piece, which is, you got these filthy rich folks who, allegedly did some terrible things, certainly for Epstein, did, unspeakable things, and now their friends, other filthy rich folks, are covering that up or protecting them. That is the kind of corruption the American people hate, and they shut down Congress. I'm literally standing outside the door of the House floor. It was supposed to be open today. We were supposed to be working. They shut it down because they don't want to deal with this issue, even though 80% of Americans are focused on it.
Well, here's what the House Speaker told reporters yesterday about all this. Listen.
There is no daylight between members of the House Republican Conference, or for that matter, between us and the White House. And so every single one of us are for maximum transparency, and we'll use every power that we have to ensure that that's done. We're not going to allow the Democrats to use this as a political cudgel. Remember, they had 4 years. Hold on. The Biden administration held the Epstein files for 4 years. Not a single one of these Democrats or anyone in Congress made any peep about that at all.
Congressman, what's your response to that assertion about Democrats and how Speaker Johnson has handled the Epstein files more broadly?
Well, I don't think anyone's buying the transparency piece. They'd literally shut down the United States Congress, the House of Representatives, so that they could avoid for the next 5-6 weeks any effort for transparency to release these files. And, this was a group of people that said, look, this is so important, we're going to make it part of our campaign. Trump said, I'm going to release the files. Pam Bondi said, I got the files. They got everybody all worked up. And then I guess what happened, based on the reporting, is that Bondi said to Trump, you're in the files, to which Trump said yesterday, that's not true. So somebody's lying. Either it's the Attorney General or it's Trump. But this is why this story isn't going away. The American people hate a cover-up. They hate this kind of behavior, especially since they are so over the filthy rich, and the filthy rich getting everything they want. And that's what is at the heart of this story.
You started talking about how Johnson is, going to break early to avoid votes on releasing these files. Do you think there's any chance the focus on Epstein will fade away during the recess?
I doubt it. But just for a minute, think about that. He shut down the United States Congress. There were no votes this week, and there were important things that they were trying to get done. They would tell you they were really important pieces of legislation, and they are halting all action to what? Protect the President of the United States because he may be in these Epstein files. I mean, it is one of the most remarkable things I've ever seen in terms of a group of people trying to cover up for their friends.
Our colleague, Lawrence O'Donnell, spoke to an attorney who has represented more than 200 survivors of Epstein's crimes. Take a listen to what he said.
Let's all remember, there were 5 victims at the heart of the sex trafficking trial against Ghislaine Maxwell. 2 are no longer with us. They're dead. We're losing clients because of the anxiety and the suffering of them and their families. And they should be the first thought that every single American has when they think about this case. They shouldn't be an afterthought, and they shouldn't be forgotten. And that's how it feels to them and to me.
What about the victims? Have they become an afterthought in all the political maneuvering around the Epstein files?
Not for me. I mean, this is why I'm so frustrated and angry, and why I think most people are. I have a 15-year-old daughter. They were taking, 15, 16-year-old girls and paying them to have sex with them. And he's right. Like, some of these women, these victims, have taken their own lives. I mean, it is staggering the number of people they hurt, forever damaged. And that is why this is very relevant. I mean, just the tonnage of pain. And, I'm a very religious person. The speaker claims to be also very religious. How do you sit with this and say, you know what, I'm going to stand by the folks who are trying to keep this all under wraps and to protect the people who did these terrible things? I don't get it.
Democratic Congressman Greg Landsman of Ohio, thanks very much for joining us. I know you have much more to say as well about how Democrats can win back voters' trust and the issues that Democrats can focus on. Love to have you back and discuss more about that on another day. We appreciate
Sounds
your
great.
time.
Thank you.
Columbia University has struck a deal with the Trump administration to end its months-long standoff